Right then, welcome back. Yeah, so if you look at the year, it's 1796. Um, I did record an hour after, well, a session after 1796. However, um, in the evening of that day, what ended up happening is that the D drive, my D drive, which contains my documents folder, crashed completely. So I lost any data in there, outside of stuff saved by backups. And, well, this version is the oldest version that got saved. Yeah, so my computer is not really in a great position at the moment. Or at least it wasn't. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and I need to fix all my settings. I couldn't save anything, not really. The regular backup system didn't work because of issues involving the driver being gone, the old driver being replaced by a new one. So right, let me just fix this stuff. This is one of the settings I forgot to fix. Do I have a colonial map mode? I don't know, but I do remember having Imperial as a map mode, so pick that up. Oh yes, trade is important. Oh. Oh, let me just put it back to where it was. Supply limit, states and territories now, regions, areas. Aha, institutions. I guess trade goods as well. And replace the terrain map mode with the regions map mode. Okay, I think that's about right. Order's a little different, but that doesn't matter as long as I can get to those quickly. I can convert these quickly, so. So, for the stuff that occurred, well, honestly, it's been a week. It has been a week since the hard drive crashed. Almost. So, I don't really remember much, and I haven't touched anything involving the Japan campaign since then. Heck, I haven't even played any Paradox games. Managed to get everything into working order so that I could actually play Paradox games yesterday evening. So I didn't have enough time to record yesterday, and even then. So my plans are just to continue with the Japan campaign, although I'm going to need to check to see if everything works properly. Let's see if the game still runs if I tab out. Because sound stops. At the moment I'm currently tabbed out, but it doesn't seem to be running. Great, okay. Which means I'm going to have a lot more difficulty checking how much time I have left. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just pay attention to the real world clock on my desk. Or at least pay more attention to that. So the stuff that occurred on the previous, on the failed game. There was the continuation of the colonization of New Zealand. I went ahead and explored the territories of the South Atlantic, the land territories. I ended up embracing casual literacy, because it is spreading rather quickly. Thanks to multiple people embracing it over there. And enlightenment is spreading to China. I may not have noticed that. Going to be president in China around 1817 as long as circumstances don't change, but in the next game they will change. Keep influencing them. I mean, I earn that much money in a third of a month. Let's get you a new leader to keep drilling. Drill, drill, drill. And at the very end, I ended up declaring war on Josia. Because that was when I embraced casual literacy and took the time to tech up once or twice on the mill tech. I think it was twice though. Anyway, once I embrace casual literacy, tech costs will go down by 100 points. Cost 10 prestige, why not? I also need to fix this. Great. Fix the leisure. On the other hand, well, this was set up for when it was at a smaller screen. I'll never change it. I don't think I need to know what my colonists are doing though. Being able to see what my merchants are doing does seem kind of nice. It's 40 ducats. What do I care? Building ships. And recruiting regiments. I don't need those. There's also the fact that I'm going up engineering ideas. Let's get that heavily reduced construction cost modifier. So yeah, as I said before, the regular backup system did not work. However, not all was lost. I could still go into the backup drive and pick up the files. There's an issue with that though. Those backup files all have attached to their name a date indicator for when it was backed up. Now, this may not be that important for, say, a shortcut for an application or the application itself, or maybe well, yeah, or the name of a save game, which isn't that important. But for an important code file, like, for example, the list of decisions for a country, it's a very bad idea to try to put under a different name. Thankfully, most of the important files are either still in the programs, which I put under the C drive, the programs inside the mod folders, and the specific files for Paradox games, and they repopulate anyway once I activate the game. I just need to wait a few minutes for all the files to properly transfer into documents subsection. I also should check to make sure that everything... Yes, okay. Silk. Oh yeah, right. I remember this is when I learned that France got a PU on Aragon and then integrated them. Or at least I figured out that's what happened. Yeah, we also have an English Argentina. Ooh. So I can get 10 prestige and plus 50 stat points, or a 40% chance of an extra 50 stat points. And 50 stat points. I'll take the 10 prestige. Stab still improves. And I'm at max. Stab, okay. Thinking about that's not the best position to be in. Let's see if the Greater Nobles have any privileges I can get rid of. No privileges. No privileges. 2 privileges and the one I want them to keep. Okay. There's nothing I can do here with burning the stability. I can just sit around and guess enjoy 3 stab and slowly collect up stab points in case something interesting happens. Which is bound to eventually. I didn't unlock the steam powered factory though. Okay, I've already built it here. I think I built it here and here. Okay. Where else can I? Can I build these anywhere? This province could use the road and railway network. Okay. Anything else I want? Oh yeah, right. Set up the navy. That is quite the military harbor. 64 days for a galley. Wow. I remember this is the 2-decker I stole off of Luzon via piracy. Shipboarding. Yeah, shipboarding can be quite the way to expand your navy if you're a country that doesn't have strong shipbuilding techniques or the economy to really build ships. Especially since maintaining the ships is a lot easier than building them. Maintenance of ships is easier than the construction of ships. There. Hey, the nobles are no longer giving any corruption. In exchange, the workers are giving more corruption. And my ruler happens to be an embezzler. So that's even better. Actually, I do happen to be slowly, naturally centralizing. In fact, Stab 3 is making it even faster. Although it's still really slow in the realms of... it's honestly it's plus 0.07 or plus 0.08 per year. In a decade, it's going to go up by 0.8 points. It's going to take 13 years for it to actually go up by a single point, the centralization. Well, still raise unrest and corruption and whatnot, but that cost will reduce thanks to centralizing. Okay, check out the North Atlantic Sea, what you can get to, and then report on the coastlines. I don't expect you to come up here, though. That's just too far away from any territory I control. I'm the suzerain of. I guess I could say that for that. Quite an interesting world with this is. Okay. I can grab your manpower and then offer. There we go, and that way I'm actually earning the 10 prestige, so it's just 2.5 or something. Yeah, 2.5. This thing will be full by the end of the year anyway. Oh no. Taking damage. Fire phase. A little absurd at times. always room. Always. I can build just about anywhere. Should probably check for provinces that have interesting trade goods in them, though. Or trade goods at all. Production goods that have at least a small degree of specialization. Okay. Might as well upgrade any of them. Warehouses that are already present to warehouse districts. Sure, it's gonna max out my prestige. Inflation 60.1%. It's not my inflation, is it? No. Wow, you're not in a good state, are you? Here, let me assist. Okay, so those 3 provinces are core. I remember last time I clicked this button. I am not doing that. Alright, so did I dump everything into the trade company already? No, I have not. There we go, now everything's dumped into the trade company. Okay, I can't dump these via button since it's already used it. Good. Right, no. Nice. Sure, why not? That should reduce costs, which means more money for building stuff, which is again more money. Right? Urban production power and urban skill. Production skill increased. There's also the final benefit with reduced fort maintenance and increased fort defense. That's not nearly as important. The increased production skill means it's actually the gain of production skill. It's now gained even faster, which means more tier 3 goods, which means more production bonuses. Bonuses! And more production power just simply means more money flowing everywhere. It increases the wealth gain of the province and the trade value of the provinces, since those are also based on. Since that's urban production power also increases trade value. As a result, I get even more money for trade. Once everything recalculates, of course. It's going to take a little while. War score cost 20%, 24%, 14%, 18%. Total war score cost for all Korean provinces, 194%. Oh, thank you for letting me know that. 75% cost for all provinces, so there's no way I'm going to conquer everything. However, I might be able to conquer most stuff. Of course, I also remember why I didn't conquer everything immediately. I was waiting around for one thing in particular. To embrace casual literacy. That way I don't tack on a bunch of territory before needing to embrace an institution, which will rise costs or maybe even make it so that I can't do it anymore. And have to wait a little longer yet again. This is why I should end up waiting. Anyway, let's get another 30 galley fleet. That should help me with the war with Joseon, which is coming soon to a theater near you. Why am I clicking that? No, I do not want that. Universities aren't really that important. Okay, so these are provinces with warehouses that I can build warehouse districts in. Also wanted to build up this province, didn't I? It's got enough urban gravity, I can just leave this one for a while. Alright, who built a university here? Because that certainly wasn't me. So, great city hall. Since it's not a coastal province, I can't rely on harbor building for urban gravity. Instead, I'm going to use the city buildings, which are actually the most cost-effective when it comes to reducing urban gravity. That's because that's pretty much the only useful trait. Although they do also lower unrest, increase supply limit, and raise garrison growth. Well, these don't really work. No. Power struggle. Controversial. I'm just gonna ignore it. Distracted religious leadership. Well then. How sad. Had he actually been a cooperative religious head, I would have helped. My manpower is no longer good. So, how's the institution spreading? Okay, it's already arrived in a couple provinces. And it's gonna cost me about 18k. I should be careful with how much I'm spending. However, I'm very willing to get a road or two done. Especially when it's that expensive and where I earn the money back in less than a month. I should reserve it for major cities. The construction of the railway network. Road and railway network. Oh, sure, fine. You're major enough too. Alright, that was just a month's worth of income in total. As well as a very large quantity of manpower, but I'm not going to be going to war that soon. That it will be important. I'm definitely going to let those two provinces core first and foremost. Again, I really do want for casual literacy to come through. And then I have the time to grab a Miltech or two. What's current cost of military technology? I also need to be aware that the Spy Network in Florence is also going to modify the cost of this military technology. So, yeah, the cost is going to be decently variable. However, if right at this moment I went ahead and embraced casual literacy, the cost would be 530, since 25% of 400 is 100. And the current cost is 630. So if I were to embrace it now, in fact its cost is reducing, thanks to the Spy Network, I figure, since there's no other reason for it to reduce. I do have enough for 2 levels, right at this very moment, if it went for the casual literacy penalty. I can't wait to grab Enlightenment too. That's going to reduce cost not just by 200 because of the institution tech penalty, but the institution also gives minus 10% tech cost. So it would actually be dropping the cost by 240. Which will make technology incredibly cheap and easy for me to obtain. Which is because of my extensive and well-funded education system. That's the reason why I'm investing so hard into it. It's to try to overcome the penalty that the institutions give, or lack thereof. And why it was also so good to create global trade and manufacturers. I don't have to deal with the penalty. Oh, now that Diplotech 15 long years ahead of time, I'm starting losing innovativeness again. Although I will say this again, innovativeness and MT is not really important at all. It just provides a little buff to your money-making capability. And raises unrest too. Which is lovely. At max innovativeness, you get plus 2 national unrest, plus 20% production efficiency, plus 10% national tax modifier, plus 10% foreign spy detection and spy network construction, and plus 50% global institution spread. Basically just make more money at the cost and deal with institutions better, as well as spy networking and whatnot, at the cost of some unrest. As well as, of course, all the trouble you need to go through in order to obtain innovativeness. Right, secularism also has an effect on the whole tech cost. Wait. 4 month 6 over and I lose pineapple. Okay. If I ever claim on this province, I'm probably going to conquer most of their provinces while leaving a small remnant behind that's easy for me to take over. And finish conquering. How many ships did you stuff here on the queue anyway? 5 more. Huh. Really? Out of the 6 left, there's 5 more here. Could you stop lagging so I can go ahead and see what my choices are? This one. Yep, road and railway network is here. 2 ducats yearly maintenance, plus 1 local trade power, plus 50% local trade power. Plus 2.5 base urban gravity with a modifier of plus 40% for urban gravity. Urban production power plus 25%, plus a supply limit, plus 250% friendly movement speed, and plus 125% hostile movement speed. Movement. Trade increased recruitment. Right. The Mogami clan and Uzun will be removed. Right here. Yep. Because the autonomy is low enough for that to occur. And now the average autonomy level is going to be 20 lower, since Mogami clan is now gone. And its effect on everything is going to be reduced. I'm basically going to get more tax money, more production money, lower autonomy, and sadly, so very sadly, a reduced fort defense in the province. How horrible. How absolutely horrible. Yeah. Fair trade. A very fair trade. In fact, very good for me. Alright, the cores are done. And I can brace the institution. However, I should check its spread. Casual literacy. I think it's, however, present in most provinces where it would spread quickly. Enough to matter. Yeah, well, this is the only province that's anywhere close to getting casual literacy. And 1.05 per month, that's 21 in 20 months. So 21 months. I think that's too long. Let's embrace it now. I'm just gonna do a quick run over to make sure I'm actually right on all other provinces being... No, I'm not correct, actually. It will be here in this province. In, well, half a year. Okay. It's not much, but it's still 31 dev. Hey, I get that 10 prestige back. Repeat mutterings about needing to invite myself to tea. Chinaware. Another month. In fact, I'm just about ready for that. Probably not going to get to a war with Korea today, unlike the other version. I'll still manage to embrace the institution. 20,000 ducats. Enables horse artillery. Wow. Hire you and upgrade you a few times with a month's worth of income. Or profit. I don't know. Great. Thanks a lot. So I get to see some of the Americas. Apparently I can't stretch far enough to get into the actual Caribbean. Oh well. Well, it's not like anyone's really colonizing anyway. English, Sandra, religious war. Huh? You don't have any personal unions or subjects in the area. Why do you care about them? Eh. Anyway, it's about time to stop. It's not quite an hour yet, but I still need to deal with stuff. Yeah, this is my current save folder. Isn't that great? As you can see with the Alania and land name, those are from Voltaire's Nightmare. You could have seen the time when they were saved by the backup systems. Right. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, bye. This time I mean it. Hopefully.